I'm going to say here about Pisces. This is happening at 7 degrees of Pisces. So if you know your horoscope chart, if you know that you've got a planet like your sun, your moon, your rising, that somehow intersects with the sign of 7 degrees of Pisces, then pay attention to where that is. If you know where that is, let me know and I can kind of give you some feedback on that. But 7 degrees of Pisces is such a spiritual place for it to be. Why? Because in numerology, seven is Pisces. So basically, it's kind of like having a double Pisces full super blue moon. And so I just wanted to make sure that whatever I created today was in alignment with that level of spirituality. I'm going to read to you before I do any readings what exactly 7 degrees of Pisces means. I have this old degree book that I've carried around with me for the last 30 years. It's ancient, it doesn't even have a cover anymore. But let me read to you what it says about 7 degrees of Pisces because this is a really important degree. It says much confusion and cloudy situations to deal with here. So, to give you an example of what I mean by that, I came on a little late to this meeting tonight, and that's because right before I was about to go live, my computer said, no internet connection. Now, I have been going through problems with the internet because we've got Mercury retrograde, we've got Neptune retrograde, we've got Venus retrograde. There's a lot of retrograding planets. Pluto's retrograde, and it's affecting us. It's affecting certain things that we're doing. Mercury, in particular, affects anything you use for communication. So that could be your phone. It could be, in my case, it was my TV, my internet. They went out, and I had a Comcast guy in my house up till about 20 minutes before this. And then I just kind of overlooked it because I was so caught up with everything going on with that. So you may experience some confusion, and this may not just be today, it might be extra bad today, but over the next 2 weeks, this influence is going to continue to influence what we experience. So listen to this: confusion and cloudy situations. So that there are many ups and downs and changes of direction. His strength, let's see, the strength rests with philosophical and spiritual concepts. Talked about the fact that this is very spiritual. And the greatest difficulties come in trying to deal with more mundane problems connected to supplying material needs. So what they're saying basically is 7 degrees, it's almost all spiritual. When you try to make it or deal with the more serious parts of life, you might find that things are not going well. So don't beat yourself up. This is really a time to be a little woo woo, to be a little otherworldly spiritual, to not do it, exactly by the book. And if you're okay with that, I think you're going to do well over the next couple of weeks. Um, it says oftentimes there is a major trial during this period of time. It threatens uh, someone severely. Now, this is for someone who has a planet there permanently, but it still applies. So just know that there could be something trying or some trial or something that you have to overcome during this time. You're able to obtain much spiritual growth as a result of these ordeals. So, confusion might be piled on here as well. There's more confusion until you're hopelessly lost in a maze from which there is no escape. Oh my gosh, this 7 degrees of Pisces is really very, very smoky and hazy here. So it said here about mental illness. Wow. Extremes seem to be indicated, and the problems are calculated to separate the mature from the immature. Now that's interesting. You either shine as a real success or you go down in tragic defeat. So, okay, that wasn't exactly what I thought I was going to hear. Now, I knew that spiritual was going to be there, but I did not realize the defeat and the mental illness and all of those things were going to be there. I just feel like we might have 2 weeks of that cloudy judgment, but not just because of cloudy judgment, but really because of really some deeper issues going on. And I just recommend a lot of prayer, if not prayer, then meditation, lots of meditation. And I'm going to put the link to my page Gregarious here, also in the chat for anyone who has not been to gregarious.com. It's gregarious1.com, okay? And when you go to gregarious, the number one.com, the first thing is that there's videos there, podcasts, videos, and blogs. But the videos there are really, I tried to find some of the best videos I could online to put there. We have tons of meditation videos. I mean, thousands. Okay, so if you're really into meditation or you want to do something to loosen up the chakras, or I mean, any type of meditation, we've got meditation, we've got, you know, singing bowls. It's just so much there. So you're invited to come there and check out everything that I have at gregarious1.com. It's basically like a YouTube, but without the commercials. So, that's the beauty of it. Okay, so here's one of the things I want to do. I want